Happy Tuesday, third grade. We are ready for language. Let me grab my book, make sure you guys have your right book out. So we are on English 3, and if you look at the board, we're on page 267, 268. Today is Tuesday, and we did have a lesson yesterday on Monday. So for some reason you didn't watch Monday's lesson, go back and watch that because you need it for this lesson. They kind of build on top of each other, okay? So on Monday, we learned about simple subjects. Remember, every sentence has two parts. It's got a subject part and it's got a predicate part. The subject part tells me who or what the sentence is about. So on this one, it's about my friend. Remember, our simple subject was the one word in the subject part. So that was my simple subject, friend. Today we're learning about the predicate part. The predicate part tells us what the subject is doing, what the subject does. So let's look at our sentence here. My friend walked his dog. Okay, so if my simple subject is friend, that's who my sentence is about. It's about my friend. What did my friend do? My friend walked his dog. This is the whole predicate, okay? But my simple predicate is the action that he did or she did. So walked is my verb. That is my simple predicate in my whole predicate part, okay? So we've got our SS, which is our simple subject, and our SP, which is our simple predicate, okay? And it's important to know because if someone said, what is this sentence mostly about? Well, it's about my friend walking, right? Or friend walked, really. If you wanted to know, well, whose friend? Oh, well, it was my friend. Oh, well, what was your friend walking with? Oh, he's walking with his dog. But all of those other parts, my and his dog, those are kind of extra words to make our sentence more interesting. But the bones of my sentence, like the skeleton of my sentence, is friend walked, okay? Now, our simple predicate tells us what the subject does, and it's the main word in the predicate. So this whole thing, walked his dog, is technically my predicate. But the simple predicate is just the action, or the linking verb, because it could be a linking verb too. So it can be a linking verb or an action verb. So let's review our linking and helping verbs. Ready? Is, are, was, were, have, has, had, and will. Let's do it again. Is, are, was, were, have, has, had, and will. Okay, so if we see one of these, we're going to want to look for an action after it, because a lot of times those helping words like had, played, will, sit, are singing, right? There's an action hooked with them. So we're going to look for those if we see a linking verb. Okay, so I've got some fun sentences up here on the board. Let's look at our first one. Aldrin jumps on the trampoline. Okay, so let's first put in our karate chop, our little hi-ya. And remember, we always look for the action, because if I find the action, I know where to draw my line. So what is my action, or my linking verb, I should say, in Aldrin jumps on the trampoline? What can Aldrin do? Jumps, right? So once I find jumps, then I'm going to put my line right there. See how walked was here? That's why my line is right there. You always draw the line right in front of your action or in front of one of these words, if you see one of these words in the sentence, okay? All right, so let's see if we can find, I'm gonna have two colors here. So we'll use this purplish one for my simple subject and the red. Okay, so who's my simple subject? Who's my sentence about? It's about Aldrin, right? This is my subject. Here is my predicate part, jumps on the trampoline. If I want to find my simple predicate, I need to find the main word in the predicate. So what is the main thing that's happening in jumps on the trampoline? Jumps, right? So jumps is my simple predicate, okay? because the Aldrin is jumping. On the trampoline is just adding extra words to my sentence, but really the main part of my sentence is Aldrin jumps. Okay, let's look at number 2. The trampoline is big. All right, so my first step, I need my green marker because I got to draw my haya, my chalk right in the middle, separating my subject part from my predicate part. So the trampoline is big. Do you see an action in here? I don't see an action, but I do see one of these words. What word do you see in the trampoline is big? Is. There it is. So that's where my line goes, right in front of is. Okay? So this is my subject part. This is my predicate part. So what's my simple subject? What's my sentence mostly about? Okay, it's about a trampoline. That's my simple subject. So what is my simple predicate? It's just going to be is. Oops, I want to use red for that. My simple predicate is. I always look at the word after it. Is big an action? No, big is an adjective, like small, big, hot, cold, right? This is a describing word. So is my simple predicate in my sentence. What a small little predicate, huh? Okay, let's look at the next one. We've got some more boys wanting to get on this trampoline. Kalani and Malachi will join him outside. Okay, so where do I put my green line? Do you see an action, something you can do, or a linking helping verb? Ooh, look guys, will and will. So I gotta put it in front of there. Kalani and Malachi, hiya, will join him outside. Okay, so who is my simple subject in this sentence? Is it just about Kalani or just about Malachi? No, it's about both of them. So these guys both are my simple subject. Kalani and Malachi are my simple subjects. Okay, what is my simple predicate? Well, we found will like we found is, but look at the word after will. What is it? Join. Is join an action, something you can do? Join us. Come over here, join the group. Yeah, you can join, right? Something you can do, that's an action. So these two words are gonna be my simple predicate. That's why up here it said the simple predicate is the main word or words in the predicate, because sometimes it can be 2 words. Okay, so when we get our page out right now, 267, 268, we're gonna be drawing our green lines. You can use a green pen if you have one, or your pencil's fine too, but we're gonna draw our lines separating our subject part from our predicate part, and then later on in the page, we're going to actually find the simple predicate, okay? All right, so let's get our page out. I'm gonna share my screen. Getting so good at this Zoom. Let's see, now I won't work because I said that. Okay, here we go. All right, so we are on this page with the castle, page 267. Make sure I'm on the right page here, yes. Okay, all right, so we did that top box together. I changed some of the words because I wanted to put you guys in it, but basically it's showing you the subject part and the predicate part, okay? They had an extra one down here. Aunt Carol had cleaned the kitchen. Had is one of our helping verbs, right? Is, are, was, were, have, has, had. And so they're just showing you another sample of that. Had cleaned would be the simple predicate there. Okay, so let's go down, and I'm gonna find my green pen here because we are going to draw our slash line in between our subject part and our predicate part. So Windsor Castle is in England. Do you see an action verb or a linking helping verb? Is, right? Okay, everybody draw your line in between Windsor Castle and is. That's all we have to do. So easy. Okay, let's go to number 2. The royal family lives there part of the year. Do you see an action? Lives. Lives is my action. Draw your line there. Good job, friends. Okay, let's look at number 3. It is one of the largest castles in the world. Do you see an action? Largest isn't an action, right? Because that's an adjective, EST. That was kind of a sneaky one, way up there at the front. So draw your line in front of is, are, was, were, have, has, had, am, will. Okay, number 4. The castle was built over 900 years ago. Okay, do you see an action or a linking verb? Is, are, was. Okay, so the castle Haya was built over 900 years ago. Okay, number 5. Today, visitors read about the history of the palace. Do you see an action there? Reading is an action. Good job. So we're going to put our little line there. Okay, let's move on to the second part. Now, the second part, we've got an extra step. It says draw that line. So we're going to do our green line between the subject and the predicate, but then it says underline each simple predicate twice. So I'm going to use our red, my red pen for that, and we'll underline our simple predicate 2 times. Okay, so let's look at the first sentence. Number 6, Windsor Castle has an interesting history. Okay, do you see an action or a linking verb? Ooh, has, very good. So let's do our karate chop there. Windsor Castle, Haya, has an interesting history. Okay, now look at the word after has. Has an. Is an action? No. So that means that my simple predicate is just has. Simple predicate is just has. All right, let's look at number 7. Many famous paintings hang in the castle. Do you see an action? Many famous paintings hang in the castle. Hang is an action. Good. So let's draw our line in front of hang. We always draw our line in front of our action. And since that's our action verb, we know that automatically is my simple predicate, hang. All right, let's do the next one. Visitors will see Queen Mary's miniature dollhouse there. Ooh, I see it. The linking verb, right? Will. Okay, so let's, or helping verb, I should say. Let's draw our line in front of will, but let's look at the word after will. Will see. Is see an action? Yeah, you can see something, right? You can see with your eyes. So those 2 words are going to be my simple predicate, will see. Remember, sometimes simple predicates could be 2 words. All right, let's try number 9. The castle contains a chapel. Do you see a linking helping verb there? Is, are, was, were, have, has, had, am, will? Nope. So it has to be an action. Do you see an action? Contains is my action. That is my simple predicate. And we always draw our green line in front of the action, in front of the predicate. Okay, let's look at number 10. Kings and queens were buried in St. George's Chapel. Do you see a linking verb? Is, are, was, were, have, has, had, am, will? Were, good job. Okay, now remember, whenever we see a linking verb or helping verb, we have to look at the word after it. Were buried. Is buried an action? Can you bury something? Yes. So my simple predicate is going to be were buried. Okay, this is a challenge, friends. Okay, when we go to this back page, think of that we're in the classroom. I'm going to set the 2-minute timer. Try and do as many as you can by yourself, and then let's look and see how many you get right. Okay, so let's look at the back, make sure we understand the directions before you start. We've got that castle back there. Okay, so this first part, all you're doing is drawing your green line. So on this one, just draw the line in between, subject and predicate. This one, you're going to draw the line in between, but then you're going to underline the simple predicate twice. Okay, and then on the third section, let's see, underline twice the linking verb in each sentence. So you're looking for one of these words. Is, are, was, were, have, has, had, am, will. Okay, you're looking for one of those words there. When you get to the bottom, you get to write your own action for the horse and then a linking verb for another horse one. So the second sentence has to have one of these red words in it. Okay? All right, so go ahead, try this page by yourself. I'm going to wait a minute, push pause, and then we'll check your answers with mine. Okay, go ahead and start. Okay, guys, I was pausing there for a minute just to make sure you guys were starting. But if you're not finished, pause it because I'm going to go through the answers and I want you to see what you get on your own. That way, when I call you later on today, you can tell me which ones were hard. Okay? All right. Moving down. Let's see if you put your, now they have red, but think of it as green. Did you put your hayas there? Let's see. Windsor Castle Haya sits on the Thames River. Number 2, many kings and queens, Haya, added rooms to the castle. Number 3, King Edward IV, Haya, built St. George's Chapel in 1475. Number 4, in 1992, some curtains, Haya, caught fire. Number 5, the fire, Haya, burned for 15 hours. Number 6, 1/5 of the castle, Haya, was destroyed. Okay, hopefully you got those right. If not, go ahead and erase them and fix them, but circle them so I know which one to help you with tomorrow, okay, or today when I call you. All right, let's go down to the next part. This is what we did. We drew our lines underneath, and then we drew our green line in between, and then we underlined twice the simple predicate. The rooms Haya were buried. Were buried is my simple predicate. The big job Haya lasted 5 years. Lasted is my action, my simple predicate. Number 9, first they Haya cleaned the burned areas. Cleaned is my simple predicate, it's an action. Number 10, the workers Haya kept any undamaged areas. Kept is my simple predicate. Number 11, then they Haya repaired the roof and kitchen. Repaired is my simple predicate. Number 12, finally they Haya made new designs for the 9 main rooms. Made is my simple predicate. And then 13, the country of England, Haya, celebrated with a big party. Celebrated is my simple predicate. Those were all actions. The only one that had a helping verb right here linking was were repaired. So the rest were just one word. Okay, let's go down to this last part here. Did you find all these linking verbs? Windsor Castle was, should be underlined twice, a fortress for many years. High walls were, underlined twice, were important for protection. And now the castle, underlined twice, is a national treasure. Okay, go ahead and come up with 2 sentences for the horse. Remember, the first one has to have an action verb. The second one has to have a linking verb. So think of linking verbs like is, or was, or is, are, was, or has. Okay, those would be good ones to use. Is, was, or has. Okay, friends, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen here. Okay, so go ahead and check those over, see which ones you missed, and I will be calling you soon. Okay, see you guys in a little bit.